Hello, everyone. Welcome inside the Red Earth Production Studios for this edition of YBMcast, powered by Game 7 Baseball, Game7Baseball.com. If you have not got all your tournaments filled, check out Game 7 Baseball. They will have a space for you somewhere. I know some are getting full and sold out. You got Branson, you got Metro St. Louis, got some stuff in Columbia, got some stuff down in St. Genevieve, up in Quincy. Go over to Illinois, down to Tennessee. A lot of baseball being played with Game 7. Check it out on the .com. Today we have a coach's preview, young man that I'm very familiar with. And I have to say this, it makes me feel a little bit old, but new Kirkwood head coach Max Spitzmiller. Max, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, and he actually played baseball a couple years with my son. Back a few years ago.
Oh yeah, I was actually telling my dad about this, and he was like, "Yeah, you played baseball with the son, didn't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm trying to figure out all that time.
I was back with the Lightning
and the Thunder over at St. Peter's.
Yeah,
Shady Springs. It felt like we'd always play 8 o'clock.
Right.
The bugs were bad,
and the mosquitoes
were terrible. Oh yeah, Shady Springs.
That's a walk down Amnesia Lane right there.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. The old St. Peter's Athletic Association.
Yeah, man. Oh, my goodness. Well, there you go. So it's good to see you.
It's good to see you, too.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
Is this something you've wanted to do?
Yeah, I've wanted to be a head coach, and I got the opportunity to interview at Kirkwood, and getting the job has been a blessing. And I'm excited to work with the group of guys that I have. The facilities are amazing. The community's fantastic. And just so far, tryouts are coming up soon, and looking forward to getting on the field with the guys besides just preseason workouts.
You got to, because you went to Northwest.
Yep, Northwest Missouri State.
How do you think, were you thinking about, coaching as you were playing through college?
That was kind of one thing that I benefited from at Northwest. I was there for 6 years. I had the medical red shirt where I still pitched half the season, and a COVID red shirt where I still had 40 innings in the season. Wow. So by the end of my 5th and 6th year, my head coach there, Darren Lowe, he was like, "Hey, you know how to get it going. Go ahead and get the pitchers going." And so I got to get a little bit of experience of being just an upperclassman that had been there, been through everything. And previously, past year I coached at Southwestern Community College, and I really found an enjoyment in coaching and wanted to move back home, and stars kind of aligned, and now here I am at Kirkwood, and I get made fun of how many times I say I'm excited, but every day I wake up just ready to go, and it's wonderful position, excited to be a part of it.
I love that part of it, the enthusiasm. If you're not passionate about it, you shouldn't probably do it.
Right. And that's what gets me out of bed every morning, is that I get to work with wonderful student athletes that love to play the game of baseball and love to be around each other.
Yeah. What has been some of the challenges as a new head coach coming into the program? What are some of the challenges you've had?
Just learning the traditions. I was able to go to a couple football games this fall, and it's Kirkwood's football, fantastic Final Four appearance, and just great to see the community in that atmosphere. And that's what I want to try to bring to the baseball program, get the fans out there. We're going to host an elementary, middle school night and try to bring more of a community environment to the baseball program. And so just kind of getting the pedal rolling with those, trying to make connections with people in the community around the middle school, elementary levels, get them prepared, being like, hey, this is what we're doing up at the high school at the baseball level, get them excited, not just for going to high school there, but also for the baseball program.
When you were in high school, you went to Pattonville.
Yes, sir.
And was it important? Did you understand those connections from the past guys and alumni coming back, or is it something you really kind of just recognize at this point?
And when I was at Pattonville, we actually got to do a lot of work with Scott Cooper. He would come back, and he's wonderful. Graduated in '86, only state championship Pattonville had. And, he was always coming back and helping. And so seeing that, an alumni helping, is awesome. And now, we're reaching out to alumni, trying to get more people involved and, share the program. We're one big family. And I'm still trying to learn people around the community, so if you're an alumni from Kirkwood, email me, max.spitzmiller@kirkwoodschools.org. I'd love to keep you updated on what's going on with us. But, just having alumni in the community being able to support us and have our back is awesome. And that's what I want to continue to bring.
What is it like, coming into, this is an interesting, because I haven't had this opportunity before. I've talked with guys in maybe their second or third year, but your first year, what's it been like as far as, do you get to pick your own coaching staff, or is that the school? How do those things work as far as assistants are concerned?
So I inherited all of the previous head coaches' coaching staff, and I told them, I was like, I've never seen you coach. I'd love for you guys to help me build this program. I had a couple guys that decided to stay on, a couple guys that decided to leave. The guys that have stayed on, they've been one of the fantastic helping me get introduced to how things work, whether that's some of the paperwork of the purchase orders and all that type of stuff. And the guys that left, they were great human beings, and I was sad to see them go, but I look forward to their future endeavors. And I was able to hire a couple of my own guys, and I'm excited to have them. We have a good full coaching staff, and I have a good group of guys around me that I'm excited to go to war with.
Who's your freshman coach this year?
Dave Drury. He's been a coach at Kirkwood for 30 years.
Oh, wow.
And he taught there forever. Now he's teaching at one of the private schools in the area. I think it's Ursuline. And, he's been a wonderful help. I called him the other night. I think we were on the phone for about 45 minutes from 10:30 to 11:15 at night, and just talking about what was coming up this week. And he's been a wonderful help. And his assistant will be Christian Thornberry, who grew up in the Kirkwood School District, and I'm excited to have him too.
Who, JV?
So JV will be Dan Langford, who was the varsity assistant for the past 5 or 6 years. He's been in the program for about 10 years, maybe 15. Mm-hmm. And his assistant will be Matt Melring, I actually played baseball with growing up, and I'm excited to have him a part of the program.
So talk to me about a little bit of the culture. What do you think, what's the culture going to look like moving forward? What is your thoughts on how you develop the philosophy of baseball around Kirkwood?
Like you said at the beginning, I'm excited. That's my thing that I'm going to bring, is the excitement, the passion, the energy at the baseball park. And I'm hoping that I can pass that off to the players. We're passing it off to the coaches. That way we can pass it off to them. And then it shows on the field when we're playing a fast-paced game of baseball. And then it shows the community, hey, these guys are fun. When you go back and watch the Cardinals when they had the turf and they're running bases, stealing bags, hit and run. That's what we want to bring. We got this brand new turf field. Let's play fast, move fast. And, that's how we're trying to bring excitement to Kirkwood baseball.
Do you think having the turf helps, gives you a little bit of advantage with weather situations and stuff like that?
Oh, 100%. With these 7-week preseason stuff, It was 32 degrees, and we could still be outside and practice. After the 14 inches of snow that we had finally melted, we were able to dig a couple holes where we could take some small ground ball areas. But once it melted, we were able to be outside for the last couple weeks of our preseason stuff, which is great because the gym is fantastic. You can get a lot of stuff done in there, but nothing beats practicing outside. And every coach, I think, would tell you that, is once you can get on your field, you can stay on your field. You can start building those blocks and getting to the point where you want to get to, and not just being in a tight, constricted space.
Yeah, sure.
Let the ball fly.
Well, let's talk about the team here a little bit. Let's get into this. You've got, You've got quite a few returning seniors. Let's start with pitching. Where is your depth, and who are some of the guys you're going to be relying on this year?
So we got 2 left-handed pitchers that are both seniors, Owen Nesledge and Drew Timp. Both of them are mid, upper 80s left-handed pitchers. Owen's 6'6" guy. He's our quarterback for our football team. He's playing for the basketball team right now. He's rolling. And he's just a true 3-sport athlete, great kid. I'm excited to get him back on the mound, but I want them to continue winning basketball games. Let's go win a state championship first there, and then come on over to the baseball field. But he's a great kid. I'm excited to have him on the mound. And then Drew Timp, he's committed to Missouri S&T, mid to upper 80s left-handed pitcher on the mound with a good slider. And
smart kid.
Smart kid. Oh yeah. A lot of smart kids, which is great. They challenge me every day.
So you got those 2 lefties. Where's the depth for you this year? Is it in seniors, or you got some juniors?
We got some juniors that are coming up, and we have some seniors. Nick Copeland will be one of our back-end bullpen guys. Last year, he came a lot out, or he was like the closer, 1-inning role guy, and comes in, flips in a nice little breaking ball and fastball, and he'll play middle infield or third base for us, and then we can bring him in to be our reliever. We got Sam Sudicum, who's coming back. He got a couple innings last year at the varsity level. He'll be a junior this year. Big fella. That's the best good way to put it. He's about 6'3", 210, 215 pounds now. He's put on a good amount of weight, looking good, strong guy, and I'm excited to have him on the mound. Jacob Nolan is another guy. He's a center fielder who can also sling the ball a little bit from a low three-quarters angle. And we got a good group of fellas that want to work together, and I'm excited to get them all on the mound.
You going to be missing Brennan Ray, who was a big bat for you guys in that order. Looking down through here, I always kind of look at the stats and whatnot and see, who's gotten at bats, who's, you got some guys that, had quite a few at bats. What do you expect to see from some of these 25s at the plate? Is there growth there? I mean, you got pitching.
Mm-hmm.
Offense is going to be, I think, the challenge for you guys this year. Yeah.
I'd hope to say no, but, every day is going to be a challenge. High school baseball, you really never know what you're going to get. But offensively, we got Devin Peterson, and then Jacob Nolan can swing it as well. Devin Peterson will play up the middle for us, along with him, Nick Copeland, Jack Dothage, and Jeremiah Walker. We got 4 seniors who can all play infield positions, who can swing the bat pretty well. I'm excited to see how they handle it. Devin had a good year last year as a junior. I think struggled a little bit in the middle of the year, but he picked up at the pace, and he had a really good summer. I remember following along with that. And that's we're going to have to manufacture runs. One thing that I've been preaching to the fellas is taking an extra base, really creating chaos on the defense. And one of our preseason workouts was literally just working first to third and showing, hey, when we're putting this pressure on the defense, look at the mistakes the defense are going to be made. So now we could see, hey, defense, we got to clean it up if other teams are going to do this to us. But when we put that pressure on, they were visually able to see all the mistakes that were made and how when we create chaos, we can create more runs.
I did a faux pas on myself here. I'm normally not like that, but I always like to talk. We talked about pitching defensively. You've been talking about kids in the middle. Who's that guy that's going to be behind the plate for you?
We have a senior, Grayson Sturdy. And then we have a couple young guys that I'm excited to see as the season progresses. Grayson caught a couple of games year before. Mm-hmm. Excited to see how he's progressed. And then, we got a couple young guys that are going to have some opportunities, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they prepare.
Because that's always, to me, that's mm-hmm. kind of that, that catcher's the anchor on the defense.
Right.
He's seeing everything. You got to start in the middle of your diamond. And that guy, if you got guys throwing, mid to upper 80s, mm-hmm. it's not easy to catch that. You got to have a guy behind the plate that can handle that, right?
Oh, yeah, 100%. And that's my catchers will tell you just from the first 7 weeks I've been able to get out there for those 3 hours is I get on the catchers, but it's because I want them to get better. I'm helping. Right. My goal is to help them become the best catcher they could be because besides the pitcher, they're the second most important person on the field.
Yeah.
Pitcher touches the ball the most. Catcher's going to touch the ball the second most. And that guy's got to be a strong unit behind the plate. And our coaching staff has worked with them. Our pitchers have worked with them. And they've showed up every single day to, get as good as they can be. And, let's put a good product on the field.
Yeah, that's where the game starts,
mm-hmm.
Mound and plate.
Yes, sir.
And if you can't get 3 outs, right?
It's going to be a long day.
You don't get to hit.
No, it's going to be a long day. We're playing catch, not fetch. That's the goal.
You've been talking a little bit about your infield. In that middle, mm-hmm. You brought some names. Let's talk a little bit. Or is it solid up the middle?
So those 4 that I said, Nick Copeland, Jack Dothage, Devin Peterson, and Jeremiah Walker, probably are 4 guys that are going to be rotating up the middle. They can also slide over to third base, and it's just kind of going to see where the ball's rolling, what bat's hot, who's making plays, and we got those 4 seniors are going to be good role models for our younger guys. Our freshman and sophomore classes are very talented, and mm-hmm. I'm excited for those guys to kind of pave the way and play the game of baseball fast, play the game of baseball right, and make the routine play. We're on turf field. You're not going to get a bad hop, so Martin Brodeur get that body in front of the ball. And
this is kind of and I think this is the important year, because like you said, you got some seniors, guys that you can, instill information to, but it's really important that culture is gets to those freshmen and the understanding. Are you going to do any kind of joint practices and things of that nature?
So that's how everything has been so far in this preseason stuff, and we're going to joint practice up until our freshmen play actually at North Kirkwood Middle School, which is right up off of Manchester, which is an all-natural field. And so until that field's ready, we're all going to be together, which is going to help for the freshmen see, hey, this is how things work at the varsity and JV level. This is what I'm going to need to be prepared for once I move up to the JV and varsity level. So being able to have those joint practices early in the year is going to be beneficial for them, and it's also going to help them get exposed to, hey, this guy's been in the weight room. This guy's 6'2", 220 pounds, strong guy. What was he doing all fall and winter? How can I learn from that? And that's what I think our juniors and seniors have been good. What's the word?
Role models.
Role models. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
good role models for those underclassmen. Our freshmen have showed up a lot at our preseason stuff. Every single weight session, we'd have at least 15 to 20 freshmen, which was good to see. And, and that would be 6 a.m. in the morning, before school. So it was good to have that. And I'm looking forward to watching them grow and buy into our philosophy as a program.
Yeah, absolutely. Center field, who's patrolling the gaps for you out there?
So Jacob Nolan will be in center field. We have two other seniors, Charlie Vonnebrugge and Carson Steidley, who are returning with some quality varsity experience. Those three are going to patrol the outfield. We also have a couple younger guys that I'm excited to see what they're going to bring to the table. Jacob Nolan is a big, strong kid, good role model for the kids underneath him, who plays hard, runs fast. He's going to go get a ball in center field, which is fun to watch. We went out there on a cloudy day. It was about 29 degrees, and we got the big hack attack out and just started hitting fly balls up in the air with that. And I don't know if anybody's ever used a hack attack knuckleball. You can give them a good knuckleball. And so with a cloudy day, it really was fun to watch him go get the ball. And, it's tough to field one of those knuckleballs.
Man.
Oh, yeah, 10, 10,
Just
10.
Floating around like a wiffle ball, man.
Yeah, on a cloudy day, too. We were working on our communication that day. So he's a good role model, and he's going to play center field for us.
Looking here, Nick Copeland last year, it's a small sample size, but if you can extrapolate this out, he had 455 and slugged 455 in 13 plate appearances. That's pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Copeland's a good kid, does all the right things. He's actually a just wonderful human being, and I'm excited to see him continue that progression offensively.
And like I said, the kid you're talking about, Jacob Nolan, small sample size, 24 plate appearances, 286 and a 381 slug. He had 3 RBIs, a couple of doubles. The thing that I see with some of these kids, like an Owen Neslage that you talked about, they didn't get as, the at-bats aren't as big as, because seniors and stuff. So it is still that process of learning what you're going to be offensively, isn't it?
Yes, and that's why we want to expose them as much as possible. Our first 3 days of tryouts are going to be all scrimmage-based, which will be good to get them those at-bats early, and make sure that they're getting prepared to be in the box against a pitcher and create the chaos, score more runs, more plate appearances, more at-bats for all the guys. So that's the goal. Let's get those numbers up, plate appearance and at-bat-wise, because we're scoring more runs. Not just because we're playing more games, but because we're scoring more runs.
Yeah. Now, I want to talk to you because it's been a while. Looking just through the history, I always do this a little bit. Since 2009, you guys, you've had some winning records. You haven't hit that 20-win mark. Talk to us about some of the goals that you're setting for the team this year.
The goal number one is to have a good day every single day. You're not going to be perfect, but if we're going to grow every single day, our goal is to play our best baseball come district time. And that's our number one goal, is to continue to grow and learn every day. But also, let's go throw strike one. Yeah. Let's go get out number one, and let's slowly build every single thing that we can do. Wins are going to come when we play the game the right way. Play clean baseball, take care of the ball, play catch. We've emphasized that, especially in our preseason practices. Play good game of catch. Mm-hmm. Catch can be very You look past it. It's especially as you're getting older. Like,
it's throw and chase, right?
right. Like, we're not playing fetch. Let's focus on catch and really, use your eyes to get and watch the baseball. And so that's going to be our goal, is doing the right little things the right way, and not focus too much on the bigger picture. Let's slowly build on these little things so that way little successes become big successes.
I like that. You guys playing a tough conference.
Oh, yeah.
You're in the yellow, right?
We're in the red this year.
You are in the red. You
yes.
guys came down?
Yes, sir.
Who went up? Because if you guys came down, who was it that went up?
Parkway West.
Was it Parkway West?
Parkway West, I think, went up.
Okay.
Because
I have to look at that.
Yeah, we're with Webster, Oakville, Seckman, Northwest, Hazelwood West. There's one more. Parkway Central and Parkway South. Those. Yeah. That's
good. I was going to say, though, you went down and it's like, okay, and you get to face Adam Kilburn, CJ Lake. You get Bradford and those guys down in Seckman. You get Parkway South. You get Sullivan. You get good luck.
I'm excited. Every day is an opportunity when you get to play against good baseball players, you get exposed to even more things, and it's always a learning opportunity for all the guys.
And Webster Groves, I know they lost some seniors. They had a really good run last year, but I still think they're going to be tough.
Webster Kirkwood, that's always a tough game.
Oh yeah. You guys, sorry, Dave. I think it was the year before last, because we were rained out last year. I think you guys put it on them pretty good the year before.
I met Coach Wiggins down in the Ozarks at that conference, and the first thing he said to me was, "Hey, Coach, I just want to let you know I've never beat Kirkwood, so good luck." And I'm like, okay, well, you got big shoes to fill, it sounds like. But I'm looking forward to that matchup. Coach Wiggins puts on a good program, and, they had a great run to the state championship last year and ran into a good Willard team. But he does the right thing, and I'm looking forward to competing against him for the foreseeable future. And I'll see him at Baldwin on April 4th at 7 p.m., April 5th.
4th.
April 4th at 7 p.m.
You were correct, yes. Yeah, we will be there for that one. We'll be live streaming that. It's a great venue. I love Baldwin.
Oh, yeah.
And they've done a good job getting that field back, I think, in really good shape. Mm-hmm. And that's just a great venue. It's got that old ballpark feel, like you're going out to the grandstands, and it's just a cool feel.
Oh yeah, it's a true ball game, and a lot of kids have grown up playing there, especially down in the Kirkwood Webster area. So for us to be able to play that game at night on a Friday, have all the students get out there, invite the community, create an atmosphere where there's going to be 400, 500 people in the stands for a good 7-inning high school baseball game. You can't beat it. And
no.
Now, you can beat it if it's 70 degrees, but I'll take the cold either way.
It's not been too bad the last few years. It's been pretty mild. We'll call it that.
40 degrees, we're good.
Yeah.
No wind.
if it ain't blowing out.
I like the wind blowing in. I'm always been a pitching guy, so wind blowing in for me. And if it's blowing out, then we're going to be swinging the bat hard.
There you go. When you look at your upcoming schedule, what are you doing, and how are you setting yourself up? Are you challenging these guys? You have your conference. We get that. What about non-conference? What does that look like for you guys?
So we're going to line up with almost all of the Suburban Yellow schools too. So we're going to play all those guys. Just playing as much good competition as we can. We open up with Rockwood Summit at their place, who's historically had a really good program.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I'm looking forward to it.
No offense.
It's all good. I'm looking forward to it. We have built our schedule so that way we're playing tough competition, and there's no gimme on our schedule.
No.
Every single game is going to be a tough one, but that's what builds players to be prepared for May and district play. And that's how our schedule's built. Are you guys playing in any of the early tournaments? Not this year. No,
not this year.
Not this year. We're working on getting towards that. But early April, we have a good week where we play Oakville, Val Catholic, who's coming up from St. Genevieve, who's won multiple state championships. And I think we have 2 of the Suburban Yellow schools, which will be a wonderful opportunity. And, 4 games in 1 week, that's what you want to do, especially as you're getting towards playoffs. You got to get all the arms the experience, because come playoff time, you got to go win game 1, game 2. You're going to call on some people that you're going to need to have some experience.
Yeah. Lindbergh.
Yep, we got them on the schedule.
Jeez.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just playing within the St. Louis Suburban, whether it's yellow or red, you've got in my opinion, top 20 teams scattered. I mean, plentiful.
Right.
Eureka, Lafayette, Lindbergh, Summit. You come back to your guys as with Seckman, Oakville. It's not, and the challenge. I think Webster Groves Class 5 with Summit and Webster Groves. The competition level just to is going to be a way to kind of figure out where you're going to be at the end of the season, isn't it?
Right. Which is that's what you want, is you want that competition. We're even coming out to St. Charles County to play against Fort Zumwalt West at their place, which I'm excited for. They've had a wonderful program, for a long, long time, and I think that's going to be a good spot for our guys to be like, hey, they're going to play some chaotic baseball. They're going to do things the right way, and let's go, put our best baseball to the test.
And if you do, because last year you guys were in District 2 and you hosted, I would imagine more than likely still be in that same district. Right. We don't know yet, the way they do things. But Eureka, Lafayette, Marquette, Parkway South are all teams that you're going to face this year, right?
Right. Every single school that's in the Suburban we play.
You going to play Vianney this year?
In the playoffs.
In the
playoffs. See them in the playoffs.
There you go. Waynesville, Lebanon. I was shocked that they brought Lebanon up.
Yeah, just taking them up Highway 44, I guess. Wow. Moving to 6 classes, it kind of spreads it out a little bit more.
A little bit. Some of those guys get caught in the mix there.
And you'll have the, SLU, CBC, and Pattonville will all get mixed together, and then Kirkwood and all the south of 270 and Doherty Fair, you'll get all put together.
Are you playing your alma mater?
We are, April 7th, at their place.
Go. Very good. Will you continue to do that?
I would love to. I got a good relationship with Coach Fink at Pattonville, and he was actually my JV coach my freshman year of high school. So we've been able to, we talked about things, and I've been able to bounce some ideas off of him, and I'm looking forward to playing him.
Has it been, the connections that you've made over the years and the coaches and people you've played for, has it, when you reach out to people, are they communicating back? Has it been a good experience that way?
Yes. I mean, everybody's helpful in the coaching world, which is wonderful. Like, hey, I got a question about this. I texted, Coach Hahn at Priory and Coach Fink at Pattonville yesterday about something that I was looking to maybe investing in for our program, and they responded like that. They were like, this is what we use, and, just the people that are willing to help, it's wonderful. And, if anybody asks me, I'm willing to help. And so I've had wonderful experience with my previous boss up in Iowa. I've talked to him the other night for, I think, an hour about, we have tryouts coming up. This is what I'm going to do. What do you think? And he's like, hey, you probably need to incorporate this and stuff like that. So just being able to have people in my corner that are helping me out, and my assistant coaches are wonderful. And, Coach Mulder comes around and helps out. He's a wonderful guy.
A good one, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm very thankful for him. Yeah, he's a wonderful one to have, and
it's a plethora of information there. Because he's a Kirkwood alum.
Yes, he is. Go Pioneers, baby.
There you go. Is it difficult sometimes? You went to Pattonville, but I guess it. If that's what it is. That's what it is, right?
Pioneers. I went to the Kirkwood Pattonville basketball game the other night, and I had my Kirkwood hoodie on.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
Max, it's good to see you, man.
I appreciate you having me, and I look forward to seeing you down in Baldwin.
Absolutely. We're gonna have a fun time. Hopefully, weather's good. Everything is good that way. It's been a pleasure, young man.
No, I appreciate you having me.
Absolutely, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Please hit the like if you liked the show. If you liked talking, all you Kirkwood folks, please hit the like button. Helps us. If you like the show, you like what we're doing, please support us by subscribing. Hit the dinger next to it. That'll get you notifications. It's not a home run, but it is a notification for upcoming episodes. Get to meet young gentlemen like this. Enjoy the conversation. We appreciate it very much. Until next time, all you pitchers, give some advice to pitchers.
Strikes are good.
Strikes
Hear
are
me
good.
say that quite a bit. Strikes are good.
And all you hitters, you don't want them to hit it where they ain't, right?
My hitters, I want them to hit it where they
Okay.
ain't. Yeah.
All right.
The Pioneer hitters, I'd love for them to hit it where they ain't. Other hitters just hit it right at us. We're all good.
Get the Adams disease, right?
Little atom ball. That's what I
Yeah,
like to play.
There you go. We'll see y'all next time.
Hey, hey, hey.